In today's video, we are going to be designing this AI SaaS landing page. We're going to design it using Figma. We're going to generate assets using MidJourney. And at the end of the video, I'll show you guys how to turn it into a fully functioning, responsive website or just show off your designs online. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first things first, let's jump into Figma and we're going to go down here to our frame tool and we're going to select MacBook Pro 14-inch. Now, if we click on our main frame, we'll go to fill and let's give it this background color here. It's this sort of black, but slightly off black. Let's get a plan of what we want to do here. I'm thinking we're going to do a logo up here, navigation just there. Let's have like a box here that is kind of like an AI chat box. This website will be something like Bolt or Lovable or ChatGPT, and then we'll have like a create button there. That's kind of like the main hero, and then underneath we'll have some logos. Now I want the theme of this website to be kind of green and hilly. Now we're going to generate a background image that's just got kind of these minimal hills and define the style that we have for the rest of the site. Let's head into MidJourney to generate some assets for the website. Okay, so we'll log into MidJourney and we're going to give it this prompt here. Minimalism, green hills, simple shape, calm tone. Let's see what we get. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And I think we're going to go with this one. We're just going to run that as an upscale. So we'll click here, subtle upscale. And this here is the image that we get. Now this is looking a lot better. So let's copy this and we'll bring this into Figma. And we'll resize it down just like this. And you can see it pretty much exactly lines up with the sort of composition that we had in place there. Let me quickly introduce today's sponsor of the video, Skillshare. Now, I'm a massive fan of using AI to quickly generate assets for my designs, but a great tool for any designer to have is to learn how to do this stuff yourself, and then you can save time with AI later. Skillshare has creative classes created by world-class industry leaders, illustrators, graphic designers, and entrepreneurs. It is one of the best ways to learn a new skill or pick up a new hobby. If you're looking for a way to reconnect with your creativity, Skillshare can be a great way to do that. I've been following along with this Blender course to incorporate more 3D work into my designs because although you can create stuff with AI, being able to actually create stuff from the scratch, from the foundation, I think that's just going to help you be a better designer. It has so many courses on there that are specifically so valuable for designers in this AI world. The first 500 people to use the link in the description or scan this QR code get a free trial month for Skillshare. So if you want to learn new skills as a designer or pick up a new hobby, definitely check out Skillshare. Now let's click on our main frame. We'll go down here to layout guide and we'll go columns. We'll go 12 columns. Margin will go 64 and then gutter will go 16. And let's draw in a frame here for our header and we're going to just have it run along like this. And we'll press I and then we're going to just color pick a color from around here somewhere. Let's give this a corner radius of 8. We're going to create our navigation. So we're going to go something like features, duplicate this out. We'll go something like community. Yeah, something like that works. Put that first. We'll go bang, bang, bang. And then we'll go shift and A. And that's going to make that an auto layout. And then the gap between them, let's do 64. Take one of these and we'll drag this out and then we'll go sign up. And then we'll take another one and then we'll say login. For the login one, let's go shift and A and we'll make that an auto layout. And the corner radius, we're just going to boost that all the way up. And then the fill, I'm going to go something like this. And then let's select these and let's make them white. It doesn't stand out great. So let's actually take our background color and we're going to make this our background color, but then we're going to reduce the opacity of this to like 30 or maybe even 20. Right, we'll create a logo real quick. You guys probably already have one if you're following along, but we'll duplicate this out. We're going to call this blockable. We're going to go 24 pixels and we'll keep medium and we'll take down the letter spacing just a little bit. And then let's create a little icon. So let's go to our frame tool and we'll make a frame that's 24 pixels by 24 pixels. And we'll take our rectangle tool and we'll draw in a square that's 12. And then let's give it a little bit of corner radius. We'll change it so it's got a white stroke and then no fill. We'll hold Alt and duplicate this down to create a sort of B shape. And then we'll do the same again, but we'll position it somewhere just like that. And then, you know, you can play around with the weights and stuff. We might go 1.5. If you click on your text, you can go up here and then you can go flatten and then you can turn that just straight into a vector and then get everything aligned. So we'll select both of these and we'll go shift and A. And then we'll make the gap between them 12. Let's go here and then let's change the selection color to this. It's going to add some some green into the brand. Let's click on this, and we'll go Shift and A. Then if we click on our header, we'll go Shift and A, double click here to kind of push them to the sides like that. And then let's add 16 pixels padding, and then let's just say 24. Right, let's add in some text to our hero. Now this is just DM sans. We're going to use that as our sort of main title font, some minus letter spacing. And then underneath that, we have just kind of pulled down one of these, and then we got full stack production, try it for free. Let's copy the background color for the site. Let's create a rectangle tool, and we'll just draw that along the bottom of our hero. And then we'll go here to gradient, and we'll paste this in, and then we'll paste it in both of them. But on this one, we're going to go 0, and then we'll turn the gradient so it's going to kind of come up from the bottom just like that. And then we can kind of drag this up to give us a bit of control over that background image. But then it also means that once we drag down the site, this is going to blend seamlessly into the next section. Now using Shift and G, we can open our grid like this. Let's create a frame. And we're going to make this span like 6 of these columns, something like this. And then let's just color pick our background color from down here. Corner radius, we'll give it corner radius of 8. And then we'll take this text here and we'll just drag this down into the box. And then say something like, what do you want to create? We'll resize it so it's just like that. And then we'll get this dragged to the top of our box. We'll grab the green from our logo, which is up here. And on our text, let's actually turn this into a gradient. And so we'll just replace this gray, and then we'll play around with something like that. Just so we've got kind of more extra focus on create, and it kind of ties it in with the brand a little bit. It looks like it's going to do some AI magic if you start typing into this box. We'll take our login button and we'll drag this down into the box. Call it create, and then you guys can kind of play around and fine tune it. I've added in little kind of drop downs here. Now one thing I'm going to do with this, if you go down here to plugins, you can search for beautiful shadows. This is a nice free plugin that I use, and you know, we're just going to go default with this, and it's going to apply a sort of stacked drop shadow to this, and it's just going to look a bit more kind of realistic. Take one of our navigation items and we'll drag it down here, and we'll say something like loved and used by, and then we'll drop in some logos, and we'll have this as a sort of logo carousel, something like this. And then we can get this position just kind of at the very bottom of our hero, or just kind of into the next section. Okay, for the next section, we're going to take our text from up here and we're going to drag this down, built by the community. And then for this, we're going to have something like explore what people are building with Blockable. The size of this to 488. This, now we'll open our grid and let's create a little project carousel. So something like this. We'll go 4 columns. Now this is an image of a design that I've just worked on before. So we'll go something like that, and then we'll give it a corner radius of 8. And then, you know, let's actually create a little avatar as well. So we'll open our grid. We'll do something like 488. And then once you've got one card, you can just apply that to the rest of them like that. And then now you've got a kind of cool carousel looking thing. So that's our community section. Now we need to work on our features. And to do that, I'm going to grab the rectangle tool. And what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to make a circle, and I'm going to make a little circle over here. And we'll make it 8 pixels. And then what we could do on here is we can change the fill of this to a pattern. And then we can select the source, and then we could select that there. Now what we can do is we can play with the spacing of this stuff. We'll go something like that, and then let's reduce the scale as well. We just kind of want to have like very small sort of dots. Crazy on the eye, but then what we could do is with the color of this, we can start reducing this and playing with this here. So this is kind of the source of it, and then the pattern, we're just kind of manipulating it and playing with it over here. And we're going to turn it into something like this. So we've just grabbed our text that we had up here, and then we've added it into that sort of column there, and we can get this position just on the side. We'll drag this, and then we'll copy this out, and then we'll change the size of this to 32. We can kind of just add text underneath there for sort of each point. And we do a line that goes something like this. We'll maybe make it 2 pixels, and then we'll make it this sort of gray. Then we could go Command and D, duplicate that. And then that's going to make another line on top of it. And then let's make this one green. And then if we select all of that, we can just kind of duplicate them down to create different features until it's looking something like this. Now, using the same design language that we just defined up here, I've created these 2 other feature boxes. Now, this is just using our sort of dotted rectangle there. Then we got a frame just with more of our sort of background images in there. And then we've got these kind of glassy cards. And then we'll add in our FAQs, just using our same sort of practice. A final call to action at the bottom of the page that has another box for a user to start creating things. And then lastly, we have our footer, which is just using a large version of our logo, just with some sort of terms of use, privacy policy, and some links like that. So there you have the final design of your AI SaaS landing page blockable. Now, I know I maybe skipped a few steps on this, but if you guys want to get the full Figma design, instead of creating it yourself, you can get it on my paid Patreon. If you guys wanted to turn this into a fully functioning responsive website, you could use something like Cursor or Anti-Gravity, and you can get AI to kind of reference your design, pull it in, your design system, all of that. There's a lot of videos on YouTube for that specific process. If you followed along and you've just got your flat Figma design and you want to show that off on social media, then you can use my app, Show Off. You can take your long Figma design and turn it into a scrollable mock-up like this in literally seconds. So if you guys want to try that out, there's also a link for that in the description. Hopefully you guys learned something in today's video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more design related videos like this, and check back soon for another video.